Good morning, everybody. So I hope you saw my last video. Please be kind because it was a very, very vulnerable place for me to go, but I just wanted to be open and honest with everyone, and I wanted to maybe reach out to somebody and hopefully that somebody that needed to see it saw it, and that you were uplifted and encouraged, because again, that's just what our videos are about. We just want to uplift and encourage you and hopefully open your mind to other parenting styles and be open to accepting all parenting styles. So today's topic I'd like to talk about is 5 mom trends that need to stop. The first trend I'm going to touch on is one that I'm really, it's kind of near and dear to my heart because I've been on both sides of this spectrum, and it's the whole term breast is best. I don't feel like we should be pushing that term down moms' throats because it sounds degrading. That if you're not breastfeeding, then you're not doing a good job. And that's just not what we should be doing for our moms. We should be uplifting them and telling them you're doing a good job. Being a mom is hard, but you know what? You're doing it, and your kids are going to look back and say, wow, I had the best mom. That's what we should be doing. But instead, we're using this term, breast is best. I think we should be pushing fed is best. Let's just take a moment to really, let this soak in. Science has come such a long way that we're able to have an alternative to breastfeeding, because for every family, breastfeeding just isn't going to work. Back in the day, moms, if they couldn't breastfeed, they only had one option, and that was to give them cow's milk. And you know that cow's milk isn't going to be nutrition enough to replace breast milk. But now we have an option in formula, and we have so many different options in formula. If you have a fussy baby, you have a formula for that. If you have a baby that's intolerant, has an intolerance to milk, you have an option to, use soy. And it's a great thing that we're, as a society, we have something to turn to other than breastfeeding. Now let's, just go over some examples of moms that maybe can't breastfeed. What about the mom that just survived a double mastectomy? So breast is best, and you're going to make that mom feel bad for not breastfeeding when she just survived cancer. How is that okay? What about the mom that's working 2 to 3 jobs to keep food on the table and to keep a roof over her baby's heads? You're going to make her feel bad because she's not breastfeeding, but she's doing the best that she can. And what about the mom that's on a medication that's not safe to pass through her breast milk to her child? What if she has a disease that needs that medication? What if she has a mental disease? What if she has a terminal illness? You're going to make that mom feel bad for just trying to survive to be there for her kids in the next 20 years because she's not breastfeeding? How is that okay? When I was pregnant with Nathaniel, I had every intention to breastfeed until he was 1 year old, but me and my husband were stationed in separate states. So for the first 6 months of Nathaniel's life, it was just me. For the first 6 months, I did all the diapers changes. I did all the laundry. I did all the soothing. I did all the rocking. I did all the pacing back and forth for 4 hours because he just was colicky and he had an upset stomach. So I chose to give him some formula because on formula, he slept better. He was full and he slept. And forgive me if I was selfish for needing sleep, but my belief as a mom is if you don't take care of yourself, you are not going to be able to take care of those babies. And those babies are going to see you unhappy, and that's going to reflect on them. Babies feed off of your stress. So if you're getting 2 hours of sleep every night, they're going to sense it. And if you have a partner that will take that baby for you to sleep and so you can get a nap here and there, that's wonderful, but I didn't have that option. It was just me. So I chose to formula feed. At the end of my pregnancy, I did have a mom that was really encouraging me to breastfeed, and that it was going to be hard, and then I'd have to get up every 2 hours through the night to pump, and I did my best, and I really tried, but it just didn't work out for me. And after she found out I stopped breastfeeding, that mom stopped talking to me, and I just don't think that's right. I think because I chose not to breastfeed my first baby till he was 1 doesn't mean that I should be neglected as a mom. I think that I should have been uplifted, just like all moms should be uplifted and encouraged to do the best that's the best for their family. So instead of breast is best, why can't we just start hashtagging fed is best? Because your baby's fed. That's what it should be. You're doing a good job, you're feeding your baby, you're bonding with your baby. That's that. That should be the end of the discussion. Your kid's cute. He's got some cheeks. Done. Another one of the things that I'd like to touch on is the organic eating. Now, if you're a mom that is able to give your babies all organic, no GMOs, gluten-free, whatever you choose to do for your family, that's wonderful and more power to you. But if you choose not to do that and you live a different lifestyle, I don't feel like you should be, other moms should be judging you for doing that. We, on occasion, do boxed macaroni and cheese. We give Nathaniel cow milk. On occasion, if he's having a really good day, he gets a donut. He has one chore, and it's to feed the dog, and after he feeds the dog, he gets a cookie. And he loves it, and I love that he loves it because it's a reward system. But should another mom look at me like I'm a bad mother for giving my kid Kraft macaroni and cheese? No, they shouldn't. A lot of times I've experienced moms giving me the, that's disgusting, and do you know how bad that is for your baby? And just making me feel real bad. And you know what? That's none of your business. It's none of anyone's business how you choose to feed your baby. If you want to do all organic, girl, more power to you, and I envy you because I wish that I just had the ability and the strength to do that. But my kid just, he likes his carbs. He's, his father's son. He likes his meat and potatoes. It was a real struggle for me to get Nathaniel to eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and we're getting there. He now eats apples, and he likes cucumbers. He enjoys sweet potatoes and carrots. He really loves his yogurts and stuff like that, but yeah, on occasion, my kid's going to get a donut, and I'm not going to feel bad, because that's what childhood is about. Childhood is about getting messy. It's about making memories. It's about jumping in the mud and jumping in leaf piles. It's about screaming too loud in the grocery store because you're excited. It's about cookies and candy on occasion. You go to grandma's house and she gives you that whole brownie when your mom may have gotten, just a half. That's just childhood. I remember looking back on my childhood and with my grandparents. Yeah, they made me eat healthy, but on occasion, they gave me some treats, and it was great. I loved it. Who doesn't love treats? So yeah, if you choose to organic feed, then good for you. But if you choose not to, then good for you too. And I just don't think we should be judging each other. It's just none of your business. Just don't, you worry about you, I'm going to worry about me. And that should be the end of discussion. So the next one I'd like to talk on is mom fashion. Now, I'm scrolling through my Instagram, I'm scrolling through People magazine, and you see these moms, and they're just like, whoa, they look good. Did you just have a kid? Because I can't tell. Their hair's perfect, their makeup's done, their fashion is on point, and ever since having a kid, my fashion's just kind of a t-shirt and a pair of jeans or a maxi skirt. I live in my maxi skirts because they're like yoga pants, but it looks like you tried. Put a jean jacket on, and people are like, whoa, girl, you got it. And I'm like, yeah, it took me 3 seconds. Mom life. But what I just don't get is if you see a mom in public and she's wearing sweatpants and she's got her hair piled up on the top of her head and she's not wearing any makeup, don't put that mom down. You don't know what her morning may have been like. I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting on my couch looking real rough, and my husband comes in and he goes, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, I need a shower. It's been a couple days. And I'd love a mom to tell me that she's never had one of those days. I'm sure Kim Kardashian has had some of those days with her new little girl. Every mom has them. So you know what? If you've got it together and you're looking real good, then good for you. But don't pretend like you haven't had one of those days, because, girl, we've all had one of those days where that newborn just isn't sleeping, and the idea of putting a pair of structured jeans on and a crop top just isn't going to happen that day. And it might not even happen for a friggin' week. And you know what? That's okay. I think that instead of putting that mom down for maybe looking like a hot mess, maybe you should ask her if she needs anything. Ask her, say, hey, how are you doing today? How was your morning? And if she's had a hard morning, offer her some help, because I wouldn't turn down help ever. Hey, you want to watch my baby so I can get a shower? I'm going to go take a 30-minute shower if that's cool. If you're willing to sit here, I'm going to take a 30-minute shower. So, yeah, instead of just dragging her down, maybe making fun of her and, being like, wow, she's looking a hot mess. Maybe you should offer her some help and maybe sympathize with her, because it's not like you've been there once, twice, 50 times. Another one is, again, I've been on both sides of these fences, is the working mom versus the stay-at-home mom. If you choose to have a career and have your kids in daycare, that's great. You're doing something for yourself, and I think more moms should do that. I think we neglect ourselves, and we just kind of give to our kids and our families and our homes. We just kind of forget, us. And you lose a little bit of part of yourself if you don't do that. And if you choose to go back to work and pursue a career, and you're fulfilling your desires and wants and dreams, I think that's wonderful. And as, I was active duty, and I really enjoyed my job. I loved doing medical logistics. It was a simple job. It wasn't like I was, saving lives. I wasn't on the front range, driving helicopters or driving jets, but I enjoyed my job, and I felt really fulfilled in my job. But when, my second came around, I just kind of, felt that God was telling me that I needed to be at home with my family, and my kids, needed to come first this time. And that's okay too. But working moms and stay-at-home moms shouldn't be at each other's throats. Working moms shouldn't call stay-at-home moms lazy, and that we don't do anything all day, because stay-at-home moms know that's not true. I mean, you have to run a whole household. If we took a day off, which, by the way, we don't get days off. If we took a day off, our whole house would just be in shambles. Food wouldn't be on the table, laundry's not going to get done, the floors aren't going to get swept, the kids aren't going to get fed, baths wouldn't happen. We'd have some dirty, running amok kids, We don't get days off. We don't get lunch breaks. If I'm having just a hard time, I don't get to say, hey, Nathaniel, I know that you're hungry, but Mom's going to go take a 15-minute walk around the block because I'm just really stressed out. I don't get that option as a stay-at-home mom. But can you imagine a working mom? Like, she still has that love and that bond for her child, but she has to, leave her kid with someone else for, 8 to 10 hours a day. Can you imagine what kind of heartbreak that may or may not be? Like, I know when I worked, the first time I dropped Nathaniel off at daycare, I cried. I dropped him off 30 minutes early so I could sit there and cry and be at work on time because I knew that it was going to happen. As a stay-at-home mom, I get to witness my kids grow every minute of the day, and stay-at-home or working moms don't get that option. They get a text message saying, hey, your baby, took its first steps. They didn't get to see that. Hey, your baby laughed today. Your baby giggled. Your baby smiled for the first time. They miss out on so much. So you know what? We should really give these working moms we should give them so much more encouragement, just because they have to leave the love of their lives with someone else. They have to entrust a part of them with another human being. Can you imagine how hard that may be for that mom? So we shouldn't be tearing them down. And the same goes for stay-at-home moms, though. You shouldn't be tearing them down just because you never know what our days are going to be like. As a working mom, when I was with Nathaniel, I was able to have an hour lunch break. Within that hour, I was uninterrupted. I could watch TV shows that I wanted to watch. In the break room, I could have adult conversations. I could eat what I wanted to eat without the worry of someone coming up and taking it and eating it too. As a stay-at-home mom, I don't get that option. I mean, like I said, I have to hide in the bathroom and eat my sandwich real quick before Nathaniel comes in and goes, bite, bite. It's not like he could say no because he's super cute. So, to wrap that all up, I think being a working mom is great, but it's also it's hard. It's just as hard as being a stay-at-home mom. Being a working mom, you get to be fulfilled, and you get to, go after those passions and the drive for your fulfillment, and that's wonderful. And being a stay-at-home mom, you just give to your family, and that's, really difficult too. But, entrusting someone else to take care of your babies like you would take care of your babies, I couldn't. It's hard. It is hard. I've been there. And we should understand that. And some working moms don't have an option to stay at home. Sometimes they need that money. So to make them feel bad about doing the only option they have for their family, I don't feel is right. And that trend should just stop. We should uplift each other no matter what you choose, to go to work or to stay at home. It's your choice, and whatever's best for your family is your choice, and that should be it. That's that. The last one that I really want to touch on, me and my sister actually are on two different sides of this, and I think that what she's doing is great because it's great for her and it's how she believes. And what I'm doing is great for me, and that's what I believe, and she supports that. And it's the vaccine war. I've seen a lot of articles about vaccines causing autism. I've seen vaccines, the makeup of a vaccine, just like lists of what's in there and how toxic, people think that they are. And then you see the other side of it where moms and other scientists, people are saying that if you don't vaccinate your kids, you're putting other people in danger, and that you're a bad person for not vaccinating. And I just think that just needs to stop. It's a matter of opinion, and my opinion is I've chosen to vaccinate. The reason why I vaccinate is because if I have an option to keep my kids from getting these diseases that could potentially kill them, I'm going to take these options. They've been proven to work. I was vaccinated. My husband was vaccinated. I know that not all vaccines work well with everybody's body and their makeup of their body, but for me and my husband, we turned out great, if I do say so myself. I mean, just like what I said, like if I have an option to give my baby something or my kids something that's going to prevent them from getting something like the measles, the mumps, whooping cough, something like that could really danger them and kill them, I'm going to do it. But if you're a mom who isn't comfortable injecting your kids with all these chemicals, and if you see these side effects and you're just worried that your kids are going to get these kind of side effects, then I think that that's okay. I think that you're an adult and you should be able to have the ability to make an educated choice for your family without the fear of being degraded or put down or felt like you're doing something terrible to your children, regardless of what you decide. I think that it's your choice, and I think that you shouldn't put each other down for whatever choice you make. And the whole, well, my kid can't play with your kid because your kid's not vaccinated. Well, isn't that why you got a vaccine? To prevent that disease? So if that kid does have something, shouldn't your vaccine, work? And that's just kind of my thought on it. Like, if you went through this trouble to get a vaccine, then you should have the faith that that vaccine's going to work, and not, make other moms feel bad, like, oh, your kid's not vaccinated, he has, like, a disease. It's like back in the Bible days when someone had, like, some incurable disease and everyone would just stay away from them. So all those people that had that disease would just, like, be in a colony by themselves, but no one was reaching out to help them. That just, I cannot wrap my head around it. I don't understand it. So yeah, if you choose to vaccinate, good for you. If you choose not to vaccinate, good for you. If you choose to breastfeed, more power to you. And get the support, get a good support group around you, because it's hard. But if you choose to formula feed, good for you. Thank goodness we have the science for that option to be there. If you choose to organic feed, then you know what? That's so awesome. If you choose to give your kid McDonald's, you must have had a really hard day, and, thank goodness you have that option to just drive through the door to get your kid fed. If you have the ability to just throw outfits together and look real good, girl, call me, because I love my own personal stylist, because sometimes I'm waking up like, do I have to wear pants, like, ever? But if you choose to, throw your hair on the top of your head and just, do a quick run to Walmart, then you know what? Hey, it happens, and it happens to all of us. If you're working, that's great, and I pray for you, and I pray that, you find the strength to drop your babies off every morning. I pray that you have a good care system for those kids, and if you decide to stay at home, I pray for patience, and I pray for that time for yourself. So yeah, that, in my opinion, those are the 5 mom trends that just need to stop. I feel as a mom, it's hard enough. Like I said, we have too much stuff going on already, and we should be there to uplift each other and be there for each other, not tear each other down. So again, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you have any topics that you'd like me to cover, let me know, and I'll do my very best to do that. So have a blessed day, and thanks for watching, guys.